out of here in no time.
Need to feel elements to remind me there's beauty when it's bleak. It's like how long before the lights down. Where do I breathe? Oh, I know. The more that I love, the less that I feel. The times that I jump, never worry. They say that old scars will heal, but I know maybe I won't, but the waves won't break my bones. The stones crash on the boardwalk, the wind rushes through the trees. I keep my eyes peeled, the memories always fall short. Let out long before lights down. What do I need? The times that I jump, never worry. They say that old stars feel that I know. Maybe I won't, but the waves won't break my boat. But the waves won't break my boat. Won't break my boat. The more that I love, the less that I feel. The times that I jump, never worry. They say that old scars will heal, but I know that maybe I won't, and the waves won't break my boat.
So before we get into the gig, I'm sure you sort of know the general vibe of what this gig is, but essentially I've made this album Subtract, which I put out about a month ago, and I'm on this tour where I'm playing these big venues, and this is just an album that just doesn't belong in a stadium. It's an album that was made to be played in rooms like this. So I really wanted to do a tour of this record in rooms that I wanted to play, basically. And so what is going to happen is there's going to be Subtract in full. I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to be quite a depressing hour for you. But then after that, we have what I like to call happy hour. All the bangers. But the reason, mate, this is like a really cathartic thing for me to do. These songs, like this album happened over a month period, and it was an extremely difficult period of life for me and my family. And I found that whilst sort of like shooting the music videos and promoting it, I was still getting really upset singing the songs, and when songs are released, they suddenly belong to you guys, and actually playing these shows has made me come more to peace that these songs are just songs that I've written rather than actual pieces of my life from that period of time. So bear with me on these songs, and I hope you enjoy the gig.
Things I did I never said, just leave that well alone. Come and kiss me so. Water. Oh, finally I feel 3 or 4 degrees. I'm breathing some water. Embrace the deep and leave everything. It was just a dream. Now I'm standing on the edge, gazing into hell. Or is it something else? I just can't tell. When there's nothing left, I'll close my eyes and take one step and say, well, here it goes. I'll say, well, here it goes. It's been a while, my dear, dealing with the cards like that. I'm still holding back these tears while my friends are somewhere else. I picture this year a little bit different when it is February. I sleep in the bar, it hit me so hard. How can it be this heavy? Just dancing with my eyes closed. 'Cause everywhere I look, I still see you. And time is moving so slow. A little bit different, no one is ever ready. When it unfolds, you're getting old. How can it be this heavy? So I'm dancing with my eyes closed. 'Cause everywhere I look, I still see you. So I keep dancing with my eyes closed. Oh, I keep dancing with my shutting the bar, cleaning the floor. Everyone is already home, but I'm on my own. Still dancing with my eyes closed. Time is moving so slow. I don't know what else that I can do. I keep dancing with my eyes closed. Oh, I keep dancing with my the flames, the heated reserve. Oh, I remember the way that you put me first, and what a heart-wrenching shame that you'll never know, just like tears in the rain. I think of love, so tell me how my life goes on with you gone, I suppose. Sing like a stone if you leave me now. All the storms will roll, easy come, hard go, and life goes on. I watch the sun setting down. I am so afraid. I need you now to tell me how my life goes on with you gone, I suppose. I sing like a song if you leave me now. All the stars will roll, easy come, hard go, and life goes on.
Solo with the loop pedal for the last 18 years of my career. And the artist that made me want to write songs was Damien Rice, and I came to watch him in a venue similar to this. And I always dreamed of being on stage with my acoustic guitar with a band this good, and now we get to be on stage with an acoustic guitar with a band this good. So this is everyone, and everyone, this is everyone. But yeah, I feel very fortunate to be playing with these guys. Well, thank you. It's been 5 years since I've been in Canada. Fatherhood is a really interesting thing when you're going through moments of hardship. Because in this month where all this crazy shit was happening, I would get in from Jamal's mural at like 2 o'clock in the morning, blind drunk, cry myself to sleep, and then wake up at 6 to a really, really, really happy, beautiful girl who all she wanted to do was eat, well, we call it porridge. Do you call it oatmeal? Or do you call it porridge? Because I've just been in America and they're still like, porridge? Oatmeal. Oats with milk. My wife said to me when we had our first daughter, she said, we need to play more music in the house, because I'm in the studio Monday to Friday and I've just music playing the whole time. So when I get home, weirdly, it's odd, I'm a musician, you would think I would always have music on in the house, it's actually quite a quiet house. And she was like, you grew up with music, we need our daughter to grow up with music, so let's just start playing music. So my way of doing it is I have quite an extensive vinyl collection at home. And in the morning, we do vinyl breakfast, which is a daddy-daughter experience. My daughter does is she'll walk along and just flick her finger like this, and she'll stop on a vinyl, and then it will be that vinyl. And some days, it could be Nora Jones, Come Away With Me. Some days, it might be Bring Me the Horizon, Sempiternal. Some days, it might be Bob Dylan, Free Will and Bob Dylan. One time, I bought Slipknot's Iowa's 20th anniversary, and I was like, do you know what? I liked this when I was younger. So my daughter's almost 3, by the way, and so we put it on. The first song is People Equal Shit, and I was like, maybe not one for this morning. But this particular morning in February was Dusty Springfield live in Memphis. Well, I'm taking you through a journey of what February 2022 was, but so this was basically the mornings after.
Days breaking in the powder blue. Sunlight is filling our every moment. What a way to start off the day with you. Flick a finger, start a discussion to pick a singer. Drop the needle on Dusty. Frost on the leaves like a lake, the moment came out of nothing. A beautiful smile on your face. Yesterday was a long night, but I got a feeling that the future is so bright. All of the pressure washed away in the low tide. We gotta wait till the close of bone time. So I drop the needle on Dusty. I see you when I see you, man. You console me through the fall if we don't know if I can land. It's been a long year, and we're not even halfway there. Is this the ending of our youth when pain starts taking over? I just don't know if I can never just let it go. Everything's falling apart when love is real, there's never closure. I guess it's so part of life, but I can't help but feel alone. We spend our youth with arms and hearts wide open, and then the dark gets in, and that's the end of you. I've been lost since the teens, but pretend it's all alright. All my ups led to falls, led to trying to end my life. Just a boy at the start, feeling don't like a man. You were meant to be my friend and not to take all that you can. Disengage to create, try to reinvent the wheel. No one knows what they want, so I just give you what I feel. If I slip, get high, I know the low is always near. When I'm down, I never see you. When I'm up, you all appear. It's been a long year, and we're not even halfway there. Is this the ending of our youth when pain starts taking over? Spend our youth with arms and hearts wide open, and then the dark gets in, and that's the end of you. It's been a long year, and we're not even halfway there. Is this the ending of our youth when pain starts taking over? This is so funny.
This is a great venue, by the way. I really like this. Really cool. Love is an ever-evolving thing. You know, you fall in love and it's this sort of bright spark of excitement, and then as the years go on, love just evolves. Like my parents have been married almost 40 years now, and their relationship, I imagine, I hope, is very different to when they were in their 20s, and it just like evolves as time goes on. And it's not like one thing. You can't just be, we're in love, therefore it's great the whole time. Like, life is just bliss, and this, I mean, life is not a Hollywood movie.
Forever changing, we make life interesting. Some days we're red, and Some days we both agree, but I like the nights when we leave the canvas free. Grab a brush and say with her feeling mainly nothing is out of our reach. Your words are missing each pigment we need. Can we get started? Falling deeper in dark blue, brighter than white rainbows exploding. I can see nothing except you in your eyes. Maybe we'll just paint the night colorblind. I think I'm done with my hiding place, and you found me anyway. It's been forever, but I'm feeling alright. Tears dry and we'll leave no trace, and tomorrow's another day. I am sleeping, I am somewhere goes away. You won't believe all these things since I started to make. Kind of easy, and you won't find me today. I don't know. This is over, but I'll be okay. Are you alright? You don't mind, 'cause you know I never like to talk about that. Get inside, until you always hold back. And I always will on sleep. Is it in your childhood, something that we did in your past? And the sadness, promise that it won't last. And if I could, I would try to take it all back. There's still more on me. And that's when you say to me, you pull the curtain and let me see the sunshine. I think I'm done with my hiding place, and you found me anyway. It's been forever, but I'm feeling alright. The tears dry and we'll leave no trace, and tomorrow's another day.
A songwriter. I started writing songs when I was 11, and what I did was I basically strummed a chord and went, that sounds alright, and then I would like try and find some words and try and find a melody, and then the song would sort of like take shape from there. I've been hooked up with Aaron Dessner by basically Taylor had emailed being like, you guys should work together. I found it really like helpful to work with Aaron, and it basically expanded musical horizons, all of this sort of stuff. So she hooked me up on email with him, and I met up with him and we went for sushi together, and we were talking about the sort of record that we might make. Bear in mind, Subtract, I'd already finished Subtract. I've been working on Subtract for like a decade. I finished Plus, and I went in with Rick Rubin to make Subtract, and then that album turned into Multiply, and then I went in to make Subtract again, and then that turned into Divide, and then I went into Subtract again, and then it turned into Equals. I basically overthink it, because I am an acoustic act, and I want the acoustic album that I make to be quote-unquote perfect. So it was taking me ages to make this record. So I was sitting down with Aaron, not to talk about making Subtract, but to just talk about making what was after that. You know, I assumed that we'd get into a studio, we'd both pick up guitars and we'd both jam, and then whatever happened. And he said, oh, I'll send you some ideas. And then he sent me a folder of basically finished instrumentals. And I was like, oh, I write over these, because usually it would be me on a guitar finding chords, but he makes the instrumental and then you can write over the top, and it's so freeing that way. So I was just doing whatever came in my mind. I would just write it down and be like, well, that sounds good, and then that would be the song. And it means that when you're having a bad day, or on the day that these next four songs were written, I just emailed Aaron and I said, can you send me some instrumentals, man? I'm having a bit of a day of it. And he sent me 11 instrumentals, and I wrote 7 songs that day over these instrumentals, and it's very much a cathartic, healing, healthy thing to do. So this song I wrote, I'll let you listen to it, be the judge.
Speaks its way past, infecting everything. And every chapter has an end, but this is one momentous sequel, don't you think? And the blackbirds, they fly like a frown on the sky
be in a theatre like this and play to a crowd that listens. And it's so nice to be in this position now. And honestly, you know, you say thank you for the music, but this doesn't exist. This doesn't exist without you guys taking time out of your Friday and coming. And this is why it's amazing. Otherwise, I'd just be standing here on my own, singing to an empty place, which would be, you know, it has its charm. I imagine after a while, I would want the room to have people in it. This is a song, you know, I feel like life's like chapters. And I'm trying not to get like too reminiscent and wanting to like go back to old chapters, or you know, you keep kind of turning pages. This song's basically about trying to like burn everything that's been before and just start afresh.
For a long time, in a rut, no escape signs. Never loved, we were so blind. Oh, I hate to see you cry. Living times with the truth lie. Now it's clear as a blue sky. Like a hand that's trying to hold the water back. We couldn't stop the ocean, leaving in the cracks. You can't take back. When you leave, I always face back. Like a band-aid over deeper curves we cry. We couldn't stop the ocean fading on the night. Hope the sparks of life. Use words as killing light up the night sky. The memories fade alive. Hope the sparks.
This side. No,
darn it.
Sorry. I only do it because there's a keyboard in the way. It's just like
sat cross-legged on a carpet, listening to mine, trying to ignore the weather. This week was heavy, I buckled under all the weight. What can you do but pray and count your blessings? It wasn't any other way. Don't leave it up to fate. Find the time, but the way they will part. Light up the night, we were meant to be started, but it burns like hell to be bigger. Clouds keep falling over this house, blocking out the sun. Trying to keep it all together. One door closes and one opens. Gotta keep the focus. We'll believe that she'll get better. I count my blessings the day I see you smile again. This war we got to win. Light up the night, we were meant to be stars, but it burns like hell to be bigger. Vega.
Honestly, guys, thanks for coming in. Like, I know this seems like I'm just doing a gig, but these are really like helping me personally, just playing these songs and it becoming. And also like looking out, and you know, that's the first time I've ever looked out on Vega and seen anyone singing the lyrics to it.
Just imagine a world where we could be. Right now in the waiting room, emotions running wild. Worried about my love, but I'm worried about a child. We are glorious. We're in our story, loving love out. We are glorious. Take a morning and shade from beating sun. What a puzzle is this to be in love? To be planting your roots then dig them up. Waiting on professionals to tell you how it is. What's he gonna say after? I think you better say we are glorious. We're in our story, loving love out. Trouble leaves and reappears, but we've shown we can take it. We tear our hair out and overthink it. Work can get burned out, but this is no strings. You are who I love, and that won't change when we're falling apart. Yeah, this is no strings. You are who I love. It's just growing pains. If we make it through this year, we should celebrate it. Rarefied atmosphere. Till now we evade it. We tore the walls down to build them up. Never was in doubt, 'cause this is no strings. You are who I love, and that won't change when we're falling apart. Yeah, this is no strings. You are who I love. It's just growing pains. Now we did not fight for love just to let it be defeated. What we're going through is coming back. It doesn't mean we don't feel it. It would be easy just to give it up. I guess we've got enough reason. But every time that we have come undone, I'll say it's no strings. You are who I love, and that won't change when we're falling apart. This is no strings. You are who I love. It's just growing pains.
This last song, I was gonna end the album with no strings because it sort of felt like it should end it, and part of me was like, when I handed this record into my manager, and my manager was like, well, this is Subtract, and I'm like, no, it isn't. I've worked for 10 years on Subtract. This is another thing. And he went, no, this is Subtract. It's all about learning to live without things. It's stripping things back. It's, you know, playing the music that is your roots, I guess. Getting my head around it was a big thing, because I was basically, Subtract was this album that we were just about to put out, and I had to be like, okay, that ain't happening for a while. And there was a song that I wrote. Basically, I wrote Subtract over a decade, and I was taking the best acoustic songs I could from, you know, the Plus era, and then the Multiply era, and then Divide, and blah, blah, blah. Made this album. And so this song I actually wrote 11 years ago. In 2012, I was in the Highlands of Scotland in a place called Aberfeldy with my friend Foy Vance. And we wrote this song about being in the Highlands of Scotland, and you know, I've been back a load of times since. If anyone is ever in Aberfeldy, there's basically a loch there, which is basically, you know, a lake, but a loch. I mean, I'm not quite sure if it's connected, but there's like this sauna that's by there, that's a bar, and then it has, I think it's a bar, I was drunk when I was there. And it has a slide that goes into the loch. Now, you guys, you know, I know people are like on this fucking gym ice bath shit. Do that off your nut on whiskey. I promise you, lads, you will lose a couple of inches, but it's worth it. So yeah, if you get to Aberfeldy, go and do that. This is the song closes the album. I basically, my debut album plus ends with The Parting Glass, and this, I don't know if anyone realised, but the covers are quite similar and it sort of rounds off the mathematical singers and all that. But I wanted to end this album with a folk song, but I wrote this one with Foy.
The hills are covered in snow and the water's frozen. Oh, I long for you to be the one that I'm holding and warm me down to my bones. As you lay beside me, hold me close. Oh, the leaves are starting to fall and the sun goes cold, and my heart might break from the weight of it all. For all that I know, you could be holding somebody else's clothes. But when I'm home, I'll hold you like I'm supposed to. Yet I know that I have never told you, darling, we could fall in love beneath the hills of Aberfeldy. Is slowly melting and the sun is strong, and I feel like my feet may have wandered too long, and I would remain here alone. When I'm home, I'll hold you like I'm supposed to. We could fall in love beneath the hills of Aberfeldy. Wherever I go, I will always find another stranger to share the weight of my crimes. And I know you will never find another heart that wants you more than mine.
Just give it up for the band, please.
Lights gone, blazing, struggling to pavement, long night, strange men. And they say she's in the car, safety goes meant for a couple grams. She don't wanna go outside tonight, 'cause in a pipe she'll fly to the motherland. Too cold outside for angels to fly.
Everything is completely low. And this thing at my feet is basically controlled by me with my feet, and then at the end it's deleted, and it's not going to be the same tomorrow, and then it's not going to be the same on Sunday. The way that it works is you press record, and then you press playback, and it loops, and then you can add a layer, and then you can do vocal.
to something more. Oh yeah, I want it all. Lipstick on my guitar, fill up the memory, dry real apart. Go dancing underneath the stars. Oh yeah, I want it all. Closer, give me the shiver. Baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight hurts. And when they say the party's over, then we bring it right back. Say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you're closer, give me the shivers. Baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight hurts. And when they say the party's over, then we bring it right back. Well, I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Kiss me under the light of a thousand stars. Place your hand on my beating heart. Thinking out loud, maybe we found love right where we are. Everybody sing, oh, 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 oh. Sing, oh, oh, and oh, oh. Sing, sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la. Sing, sha la 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 la, sha la 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 la. Honey, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of a thousand stars. Oh, my darling, place your hand on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. Maybe we found love right where we are. And we found love right where we are. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. And in your eyes, you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite songs. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it, darling, you look perfect tonight. Open up pages, how'd I get so faded? How'd I get so faded? Oh, color crimson in my eyes, wanted to read my mind. This is how it ends. I feel the chemicals burning my bloodstream, fading out again. I feel the chemicals burning my bloodstream. Tell me when it kicks in. I've been looking for love, thought I'd find nothing but love. God, make me another one now. I'll be feeling this tomorrow. Lord, forgive me for the things I've done. I was never meant to hurt no one. Oh, color crimson in my eyes, wanna walk with my mind. This is how it ends. I feel the chemicals burning my bloodstream, fading out again. Tell me when it kicks in. All the voices in my That's so stars on the voices in calling out of God. All the voices in your mind calling out of God. All the voices in your mind calling out of God. All the voices in your mind calling out of God. All the voices in your mind calling out of God. All the voices in your scars on the tell me that it kicks in. Broken heart.
My dream was not to play stadiums, my dream was to play rooms like this. And I am super, super excited to spend the next 2 days in a stadium playing to you guys. But this has been really, really lovely. Really lovely.
I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. Well, I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. And last night you were in my room. She smelled like you. Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with your body. Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. And tonight I had something wonderful. My bad habits lead to late nights and in alone conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swimming to be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes staring in space. And I know I lose control of the things I say. I was looking for a way, and now I can't escape. Nothing happens after two. It's true, it's true. My bad habits lead to you.
12 years ago when I was playing Tiny, Tiny, Tiny Rooms that's been working well on this tour. And the way that it works, right, the way that it works is I'm going to get into the middle of the crowd. Okay? But the way that it works is I'm not going to bring a microphone with me. I'm not going to plug my guitar in. So this depends on you guys being quiet. And when a whole room goes quiet, there's always one person that goes, "This is the time to scream." And all I'm saying is, don't. So if I come in the crowd, we're going to be silent, yeah? Yep. That sound good? Okay? See you in a bit.
in an Irish household, and I grew up on Irish folk music, and there's a song that is always used to close out the night, and it's used as the parting song, as it were. So I'd love to sing that to you guys now. And thank you so much for tonight. It's been so wonderful and so good. Thank you.
We love you, Ed! We love you! Now shut up.
That it I and overcome, that it I, alas it was to none but to memory now I can't hold the parting glove. Good night and joy be with all the comrades that it I, they are sorry for my going, that it I, they would wish me one more day to stay, but since it fall unto my lot, good night and joy, a man may fight and not a man may fall, the pretty girl, and perhaps be well so war to be, by a time to rise and a time to fall. Come fill to me the parting glass, it's amazing, golden and red. Saturday morning is fading, the sun's reflected by the coffee in your hand. My eyes are caught in your gaze all over again. We were left drunk, waiting on a miracle, trying to find ourselves in the winter snow. So alone in love, like the world had disappeared. Oh, I won't be silent and I won't let go. I will hold on tight until the afterglow will burn so bright till the darkness softly clears. Oh, I will hold on to the after. Oh, I will hold on to the afterglow. Weather outside's changing. The leaves are buried under 6 inches of white. The radio is playing iron and wise. This is a new dimension. This is a level where we're losing track of time. We were left drunk, waiting on a miracle, trying to find ourselves in the winter snow. So alone in love, like the world had disappeared. Oh, I won't be silent and I won't let go. I will hold on tight until the afterglow, and we'll burn so bright till the darkness softly clears. Oh, I will hold to the afterglow. Oh, I will hold on to the afterglow. Oh, I will hold on to the afterglow. Sing quiet. Love drunk, waiting on a miracle, trying to find ourselves in the winter snow. So alone in love, like the world had disappeared.